Sus One. Stop game.
What the deal?
Dice Lover.
$500,000.
Yo.
Yeah.
Moves must be made.
New York City.
$500,000.
Yeah.
Freestyle.
Jungle love, project niggas rumble and bubble drugs. Mad blow, calico, empty the 100 slugs. Bystanders running duck, hustlers be pumping drunk. We used to go to free lunch, now we sling blow and P-funk. My man let off a punk that made a D-jump, cause he want info on how much weight we bump. Around the way, niggas hold AKs in tree trunks. Down nickels and trays, niggas get blazed laid up for 3 months. And I see you, cause you thought I ain't see you pushing the land. 20 of your mans in caravans linked up. I ain't about beef, I put detonators under Brinks trucks. Fuck ducking the feds, now the word said. Master Masons try to plant verbs in my earth's head. Shut up a coke house in North Carolina with dreads. Selassie Ayuf, guided by truth. The team fled 1,400 miles back to New York, the cream spread. Independently, I guzzle gallons of Hennessy. Run with one of mans, smuggle grams, Dallas and Tennessee. Master energy, gunshots kid, leave your subconscious obnoxious. Snatch your ice, let my son rock this. Never had the key to success, but unlocked it. I hold a hot brick and won't drop it. Project niggas hotter than the tropics. Jake's trying to find where we hot shit. Police vans and pirate ships, but we scientists. Blow your boat out of the water, New World Order. Projects is pyramids, truth is square recorded.
Ha, ha, ha. Dice Lover, check me out. Yo, I don't know what to do. Old timers tell me crime no pay. That shit is crazy. I'm pumping dimes and started with trays. Them was the good old days. Selling off lovely. Slinging, getting paid. Never shook or afraid from the home of the brave. Where po-po moves sneaky young hoes. Dress freaky niggas robbed from the weekly hustlers. Move discreetly. Bad cats try to beat me. Plotting scheme to defeat me. It's all plans that fail, so they pay me cash weekly. Custom whips with TVs. Bulletproof just in case some jealous niggas rush my ride to put slugs in my face. Bet I get away. Get my crew, come back another day. Rent some cars, parking late. When I see you, I spray. Strictly chess moves, keep the plan tight like architects. Ash from all aspects, stop my flow, get wet. Cuban connect down in Tibet, making $500,000 bets. Hitting my peeps off with coke to bring the cash back correct. Down on Prospect where niggas rock AVs with texts and get respect. And ain't scared to lay it to rest.
Life's a bitch, so I became a pimp. Bitch niggas eat catered shrimp. Rock gators with a limp, why you can't even pay your rent. My days is spent obtaining mitts by standing on pavements. Serving fiends with that gray shit. Every day hit, my son is hot. Lost a knot, knocked off a number spot. Maria had a Glock in her crotch. He slapped the bitch, took the drop. Shorty's wild, even hooked off on pops. Now he's locked, snitches on the block, call the cops. 2G bail, moms can't pay it, that's all she got. Call $500,000, you be out in a minute, babe pop. That's the way we rock, inside of the beast. Young blood is what Leviathans feast. Temptation, condemnation, violence increase. Project MCs with thug and college degrees. My knowledge outseas, cocaine and alkies. Niggas that surround me got bounties in other counties. 24 ounces of raw on the floor under car seats. Pieces to greeting, but our meetings involve heat. Mafiosos leak from the cheek. Scarface, looking God face. 20 brick heist led to a car chase. When you out of town, New York seems like a far pace. Walking through hell with gasoline drawers. Been in the pens and mad Supreme Court. The price of sin had no reward.
Fuck it, I'd rather chill, but my life is a hoax. I yap a chain from my throat, I'ma get a big A for coke. Mastermind a plan, take trips to other lands. Enterprise with my man, war moves in caravans. Move cautious cause spectacular, we ship you to Cax Sacky. Mostly colored hair nappy, oh how Uncle Sam's happy. They try to trap me, no hard evidence, the drug tactics don't make sense. Oh, fuck the president, he lets a chick push the buttons, always talking and bluffing and ain't giving us nothing. So I proceed to strive, emotional war with my pride. All my pain I keep inside, analyzed through eyes. In the crack game, simple and plain cats get slain over cocaine. Enough thugs' blood had to drain. Over the next man's mistakes I elevate, calculate, stay away from graveyards. Fuck doing a bit of state.
Death to the hustler haters, players lick shots, sprinting in gators. Living the greatest, splitting up wages, contagious, ill life. Real trife, built right, lost a million dice and I'm still in ice. So colder than winter nights, freeze your inner sight. Like when fiends put white hype in the pipe. Me with a mic is stronger than the Christians' belief in Christ. Illegal life, my Hebrew life is killed by evil life. It's hard for me to sleep through nights. Truth, I speak through mics, rhymes I write. Shine like twilights in every zones, heavy stones. Every poem I blow 'em, toss 'em and turn 'em. Burn 'em in the furnace, I'ma throw 'em. For those who never learn this, I'ma show 'em how to flow like agua. I blow, Papo, you're my Dado. $500,000, Originato, Slick Movado, Imperado. Wherever I go, Lablo, spots from New York to Chicago. I'm Hado, still keep my eyes open wide, yo.
Salute, y'all. Salute. Team Guardian, salute. Shout out to Brooklyn, y'all. Salute. Half finally start. Yo, you notice, shout out, rest in peace to my man Half a Mil. Didn't I tell you that Half when I met you? I said, oh shit, that was my man name, my beloved friend, Half a Mil. Y'all thought I would see. Dice don't be capping. Sir Valentino, salute. Dice don't be capping. Listen to what Half a Mil was saying, man. Cupid Guts, I see you. They coming in the building. Listen to Half a Mil was saying. I'm 50 years old. We did that when I was 23 years old, y'all. I'm 50 years old. We did that when I was 23 years old. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up in the building. Let's go. I don't think people really understood. Like, listen to what I was saying back in the days, man. The drug tactics don't make sense. Fuck the president. I was talking about Bill Clinton. Pay attention to what I was saying. I was talking about Bill Clinton back in the days. I said they tried to entrap me. The drug tactics don't make sense. Fuck the president. He lets a chick push the buttons always. Riffing and huffing and ain't giving us nothing, so I proceed to strive. Emotional war with my pride, all my pain I keep inside, and I analyze through eyes, because in the crack game, y'all ain't want to hear what I was talking about, man. Y'all ain't want to hear what I was talking about, man. You ain't hear what I was saying? Y'all ain't hear the pain that was in my voice? 23, you ain't hear what I was going through? Fuck it. I'd rather chill, but my life is a hoax. If I yap a chain off a throat, like if I rob somebody, if I yap a chain off a throat, I'm going uptown because I'm going to the pawn shop. I yap a chain off a throat, I'm going to get a big A for Coke. 125 grams, y'all. Pay attention to what I was saying. Then I'm a mastermind, a plan, make moves to other lands, going back and forth out of state, North Carolina, Virginia, Syracuse, Georgia. I'm a mastermind, a plan, make moves to other lands. Listen to the unselfishness I said next. Mastermind a plan, make moves to other lands. Enterprise with my fam. If it's war moves, we in caravans. Enterprise with my fam. If it's war moves, we in caravans. Move cautious because Bataki. I was talking about the mayor back in the days. Move cautious because Pataki will ship you to Kaksaki. Most of us colored hair nappy. Come on, man. Y'all ain't want to hear what I was saying, man. Y'all ain't want to hear what I was saying, man. I'm not a rapper. I was telling the truth. I ain't no rapper. I was telling the truth. Pay attention to what I just said, the magic word in that one. I ain't no rapper. I was telling the truth. Fuck it. I'd rather chill, but my life is a hoax. I'm going to go yap me a chain off a throat, and I'm going to go get me a big A for Coke. I'm a mastermind a plan. I'm going to take trips to other lands. I'm an enterprise with my fam. War moves in caravans. They ain't understand what we was talking about, half. War moves, we in caravans. Remember back in the days, I had the 96 Silhouette Caravan. If it's beef, me and all my mans gonna get up in caravans. We gonna get our guns and come. Enterprise with my mans. If it's war moves, we in caravans. Move cautious, because Pataki will ship you to Kaksaki. Man, y'all don't want to hear nothing about no music, man. Besides that, how everybody doing to the people that's in the building? Ain't too many. It's only 6 of us in the building as of now, but how are y'all doing? How's your day going? This is actually the hump day. Hump day, you know, hump day, Wednesday. I got a treat for y'all tonight. Shout out to Artist Morrison. I got a treat for y'all tonight. Shout out to my man Dunbars. See, Artist Morrison gave me an idea, and I want everybody to document this timing and idea. What is it? 11:39 p.m. May the 3rd. Big Dice is saying it. You know what I'm going to be doing on the Back Block Chronicles? Once a month, I'm going to start going in the hood and calling my friends and people that I know that know how to get busy on that mic, and I'm about to have my own battle league over here, the Back Block Battle League. I ain't URL. I ain't none of them, but I'm going to have the Back Block Battle The Back Block Battle League. How that sound, y'all? The Back Block Battle League. Great grandson, salute. Peace, beloved. You know, go around here and find some of these dudes that's going through something. Might be financially. Shit, because if you're going through something financially, of course, you know what's going to fall on top of that? You're going to go through something mentally. If you ain't got no motherfucking money in your pocket, you worry. We on the Back Block Chronicles. Let's be truthful. If you ain't got no motherfucking money in your pocket and you go to sleep broke, you know you're going to wake up broke. You're not even going to have a good goddamn dream. You're going to have dreams about a bunch of money and going to wake up dead fucking broke. You notice all the people with no money say they dream and they have dreams and they have dreams and they keep having daydreams about a bunch of money. Shout out to my man Dunbars. I got a surprise for y'all tonight, man. Shout out to my man Dunbars. Shout out to my man Dunbars. I got something for y'all right quick tonight. I want y'all to see my man annihilate this dude. I want you to see him annihilate him. Word up. I want y'all to pay attention to what my man is saying. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to Collateral Damage Entertainment. YouTube educational purposes, but this is my family, so I can't get strucken for. But I want y'all to hear what my man Dunbars be saying. See, y'all don't really hear him too much because he don't be talking too much. He don't really be talking too much. But he gonna talk tonight. He gonna talk tonight. He gonna talk tonight, y'all. Watch this, y'all. He gonna talk tonight. Listen to my man Rock, y'all.
Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. Flagellants. Big nigga, large nigga, short nigga, tall nigga, skinny nigga, small nigga. I'll kill them all, nigga. See, this is what we ain't equal, scrap. Real recognize real when they cross. If a nigga yelling he ran D, and my last name ain't Moss, to get in this industry, you made it clear to me that all I need is some tight jeans and a smoker's cough. I'll put 3 holes in your round head like a bowling ball. I damn to strike. I got spare time. I'ma kill him while I teach him a lesson. Columbine on this day doom. Watch him die. This Armageddon to wet him up. Tsunami ties. So he ain't putting in no work. That's his mans that be clocking in. Elite writing form, so when you read his blurred lines, Robin Thicke. These 2 4s I have him running back. Marshawn Lynch. KJ try to flee on the screen. He'll catch a bullet the size of a fat tick. Your man's, he playing games like you Herschel Walker. Cool. Let him keep playing them games. He gonna end up in a Herschel Walker. You the armor bearer. Before you hit the hearse, you walk him. The heat, I'll leave him leaking like Project Falsey. See, he don't even realize what happened until you wake up in the ER and he don't even realize what's happening. Code for action, Kodak. My man see a caption, he snapping. Know that my foes are drag him to the top and throw him off the totem pole. KJ bugging. That's why we spray like pest control. You familiar with the Bible? Same scenario, you'll get your whole earth exposed. More than just a snap neck and a broken nose. I was a problem child because my mother ain't take birth control. My guns go off, best believe he ain't want no beef. I'll leave him stretched out on the stage like Fresh Peanut when he battle Slim Streets. Elite playing breach, got Glenn going on tours, man. I mean, it's coolly high, but I'll shut him down like Onyx and the Toboggans. Burke Fisser, break his lip. Why have my little ratchet bitches come Shakishi and shit? It is what it is. I told you, these Ryan Reynolds rounds in Deadpool. When I shoot, I'm hitting 3 in a row. Stupid ain't want to get 3-0. He thought it would be the nigga that was ducking him in the battles. This little horse-faced cupcake acting high and mighty off the saddle. Come to Cali, saddle in the shadow, styling like P. Got a ghost on the avenue. I'm calling around like Mac.
You heard me say got a ghost on the avenue?
He said, we suggest, big fella, but this is what we can do. Tell him he got 24 hours to clear his schedule. Don't call the scene, just tell his family to dress casual. Motherfucker try to snap at you, slap you, and tell him you ain't trying to have no goddamn attitude. I'm on the Irish liquor, I'm past the proof. You a clerk in the master's room, he just passed the proof. He look like what I'm saying ain't adding up. I see man still got him confused, so we gonna start from the basics. 1 + 1 is 2, stupid motherfucker. So what if I told you I had 2 9s and a double barrel? I bet he said I had 4 guns. Y'all quiet down. Go ahead and tell him, son. See, he don't know the difference between blue steel and stainless. If I yell, yo, mop him, he'll probably respond, well, doggy, I ain't qualified for maintenance. Them shots you throwing beyond foul, they flavor. Them rhymes beyond old, they ancient. Rated D for O's is the only way you're gonna have a chance to get and play on my station. Check this. I treat my gun how I treat my bitches. Palm they butt, finger pop the trigger. See, still don't believe these so ill. Folk pill or leave blood on a tire like roadkill. Boy, chill. You know everything I'm speaking is true. All that loud talking in my ear from your crew will only get your face palm like you was feeling the beat in the booth. That cool ball white outside, picture Jesus tooth. Strip popping 24/7 like the kangaroos. Young and 15, throw him a pack, he gonna show you what that cane to do. He already plans to push that, whether he walking with a cane until you put him under that tomb. So you expect me to believe out of all peaks, you ride around shotgun cocked in the front, busting that niggas when they owe you fronts. Weed, coke, crack, whatever you want. See, I hate when niggas try to front. Only time this nigga ride around with that work when his uniform's in his trunk. I told Mac I was taking these bars to another height. This nigga still in J's. That's what you mean by you taking flights? Yo, but first I gotta address some shit. Cause these niggas be out of order. Got the nerve to call themselves the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. Well, tuck your gold in when you in a state of a warrior. I heard he carried the time, son. Good green in the barn. I said, word? Well, let me show him what this Mac do. Rush his crib where he living, son, with them young goons and they loony too. Do anything if it equal $1. Dunbar's bow, son. Whew, that was a whole Golden State scheme. Did you follow? One false move and had your whole crew in all black suits like the front cover of Godfathers. Why bother? Who you playing with, KJ? You ain't spraying that. You ain't toting guns, laying packs. You laying back in the cut. Dreads posted up, smoking blunts. That's not you. That's not you. KJ, that's not you. Until you get smacked around like the baseball screws. Dude. Who you talking to? Who you spraying with? Why you talking around Sean Don in the background clips? Yo, check this. Check this. I had a talk with my mom's in the car. Look on my breath from last night at the bar. I said I got battle coming up on the 20th. I'm gone. She said, boy, stop playing. You know I got church in the morning. I said, show out. I know you a star. I said, don't worry, Mom. The rhyme's good for your health. I got the Nutri-Grain bars. I threw a sign, he ran, my man's firing in a truck. All you heard was police sirens and firing trucks. All this bread about they claim they counting up, and ain't thumbing got a scratch from a paper cut, but they can die like 100, counting bucks. And fresh, I hate your fat ass. I would bow to you, but I ain't got a body bag that fits your fat ass. Word. Hold it down. Yo, fuck it. I'm Akon on funds. I'm gonna go get a full spitter. Look at me going up clapping y'all niggas all triggers. Let off cause I'm action packed. Niggas grab the gat and act when I'm aiming at y'all niggas. You see how niggas be changing their walk, nigga, but you see me and you get a really piece of yo. You don't really want it with deep. Young juvenile, 400 degrees from EC by rocking with Cumberland County. Big guns with the gadgets of my dogs dodging bounty. Easy, man.
Easy, man. Easy. Easy, man. Shout out to my man Dunbars, y'all. Shout out to my man Dunbars, man. That's a fact. Shout out to my man Dunbars, man. Tate from VA, I see you in the building. Salute, man. I just put a little quick show on because shout out to my man Artist Morrison. I'm in a happy mood. You dig what I'm saying? Word up. How y'all feeling though? Everybody good today? Hope y'all had a good day. Hope y'all sipping on something real good. I don't know if y'all saw that Boston game. That wasn't even no Boston game. That seemed like a Boston Celtics practice. They blew out about Philadelphia by like 34 points, some shit like that. Yeah, that's my man Dunbars, Tay. That be up here on the show with us. That's my bro. That's my brother from another mother, man. Man go to work every day, took full custody and adoption of his little sister. I think he's one of the next hottest battle rappers ever. But you see, the good ones, the ones that are not so sure if they're gonna have to face them good ones in the future, they ain't gonna open the door for them. Dunbar's done been on some of the biggest battle stages y'all would never believe. He done opened up on a Nun card. He done opened up for Al Capone. He done been all over the motherfucking world on stages. And every time he gets right to the door, somebody want to compromise his identity. Heard what I say, y'all? The minute he gets right to the table to sign that motherfucking dotted line for that paper, they want him to compromise his identity. It kind of reminds me of YouTube. Look what you got to go through on YouTube to get 1,000 subscribers. Some of us got to get up here and give some real content. Got to give y'all our real heart, our passion, our time, our creativity. Unbeknownst to y'all, the creativity and the research and the diligence we got to do just to present a good show for y'all with some content. Well, at least that's what I do. I'm speaking for myself. Thank you, Tay. I appreciate that. Go subscribe to his channel, y'all. YouTube seems like they want people to compromise their identities and their realities for financial gain. You got to get up here and say something heartless, something hurtful. You got to say something sometimes that's painful for the person you're talking about and to even say some things. Look what YouTube got us doing to be employed by YouTube, because it's like YouTube got us on a 90-day wait to really get some money, right? Y'all notice that? YouTube got enough money to say, well, check this out. If you're a content creator, we're going to put you through a thorough investigation. Heard what I said, y'all? A thorough background investigation, just like when you got to go to get certain jobs. See, that's the difference between children and adults and ignorant ass niggas and people that want to have something in life. See, sometimes when you go get real employment with real jobs with certain things like benefits, 401k plans, retirement plans, vacation, they want a background check on your ass. Some of them want a motherfucking drug screening. They want some piss in a cup and they want you to do what? Blow in a breathalyzer to make sure that you ain't even come to the fucking interview drunk. Because you know some motherfuckers will go to an interview after getting drunk. Did you know the extensive background and scrutiny you have to go to just to be a Chick-fil-A employee? Anybody in here know that? Do you know the exclusive and scrutiny and investigations they do on y'all just to be a Chick-fil-A employee? Nikki laughing. You see, y'all laughing, but I'm dead serious. I'm about to give you something real powerful. Can anybody in here tell me the difference about Chick-fil-A franchise that's totally different than any other franchise when it comes to food in the world? Can you tell me the one thing about Chick-fil-A that stands out on top of all the restaurants, all the food franchises, all the Burger Kings, White Castles, Wendy's, Dunkin' Donuts, Nathan's, Outback Steakhouses, Red Lobsters, so forth and so forth. All the restaurants. Can you tell me the only difference? That's a fact, Nikki. A lot of people didn't even pay attention to that. Motherfucker just drive and, you know, something going through the mall or some shit like that. Sky Swipe, salute. They going through the mall and shit like that. They say they want to get something to eat, and then they go Burger King. Oh, they got a Chick-fil-A. Then they pull up and go, oh, these motherfuckers is closed on Sunday. I was one of them people. I'm like, these motherfuckers got all these goddamn cow commercials talking about go get some goddamn chicken. Why the fuck is this shit closed on Sunday? Y'all ready for this one? Do y'all understand why they closed on Sunday? Because God told you on Sunday we supposed to rest. God told you on Sunday the only thing we supposed to do on Sunday is praise God. That's why all the churches all over the world are open on Sunday. Let me tell you what I respect about Chick-fil-A. Do I think they got the best chicken sandwich? No, I think that goes to Wingstop, hands down. Big Dice said it. If you ain't had that Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich at Wingstop, you better get your ass in there. You better go get that goddamn chicken sandwich out of Wingstop. That shit'll change your motherfucking life. Hit that like button. But the real part about it, fuck the jokes. Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday because the franchise owner, the CEO of Chick-fil-A said on Sunday, my employees are going to be off. I'm going to give them time to go praise God. McDonald's, they stopped putting up how much money they've been making since back in the days. Remember back in the days when you used to look under the golden arches? The older people can remember this. When McDonald's first started out, you would see the sign like over 1 million served. If I'm telling the truth, let me see some hearts or some big dices. You would see a sign saying over 1 million served. And a few years later, you would see over 10 million served. Years later, over 100 million served. This is on the bottom of all the arches, the golden arches over franchise. Over 100 million sold. Then they said over 1 billion sold, meaning over 1 billion hamburgers were sold from a franchise, and they no longer disclosed how much money they was making. They told you, check this out, pussy. You know we billionaires. We done told you too much. Y'all ain't check that out? Excuse me. Can y'all tell me one time y'all ever went to a Chick-fil-A and that line wasn't around the corner? Mrs. Oh, that's Yak. My fault, Yak. Yo, shout out to Yak, Chicago's finest. I seen the M. I see Mrs. Yak. I'm getting ready to say, salute, Mrs. I say, Dice, what up, Yak? This Yak. Yak, what up, boy? That fucked me up. When I see Mrs. Yak, I said, peace, Mrs. Yak. I seen that shit say, Dice, what up? This Yak. But still, peace to you, Mrs. Yak. Please keep loving my man. Please keep loving my man. Yo, I thought about her this morning. Yo, I thought about Miss Yak this morning because Miss Yak said something and it had to be on her heart. It had to be on her heart. And you know this is true because, and I respect that because Miss Yak watched me too. Miss Yak, she's in another room watching me on another show. She could be watching me on her cell phone, iPad. I'm really not sure. And then Yak, he got his phone watching me somewhere else. And it hit her heart so much, Miss Yak had to type this out. She said, I must have a secret recording in my house somewhere, Dice. I didn't understand what she was saying until she finished the statement. She said, because it's like my husband will say something and then you will say it. Or you will say something and my husband will say it. It's like you listening to our conversations. I felt so honored. I felt so honored, alhamdulillah. The reason why I felt so honored is because sometimes it seemed like it ain't too many out there like me, y'all. I remember TD Jakes said this back in the days. I'm going to get it tattooed on my arm. He said, it's a lonely world when you're 100% real. It's a lonely world when you're 100% real. But he said, I'm at peace. I have learned to be at peace with the fact that something my mother tried to tell me when she was alive, I never just couldn't get it because the faith that I have in people, I was like, nah, I'm chill. She was like, baby, you're going to have to learn to understand that everybody is not going to think, react, or respond to situations or matters at hand like yourself. That's a fact, Yak. We had to be twins separated. Like I told you, shout out to Artist Morrison. I got to always give him his props, man, because like I said, I thought that was about the YouTube Awards, y'all. It wasn't about no YouTube Awards. If you watch my live earlier on the Big Dice Chronicles, I went into deep detail. That wasn't about the YouTube Awards. That was about God showing us exemplary displays of affection, love, appreciation for one another. He showed us the joy that a group of people, a family, can have amongst each other off of love. Let's see what City Bama said. Yeah! Matter of fact, I got to hit Artist right now. Y'all going to make me hit Artist. Let me see what Artist said. Let's see what Artist said. I just hit him on a DM. I just hit him on a DM, y'all. Shout out to Artist Morrison. Because all that time I was thinking that it was about an award ceremony. That's a fact, Yak. That shit goes back to you with the 1,000,000,000 degrees of love, bruh. I was so honored about that show, y'all, because God reassured me that his power is not in vain. God reassured me, y'all, something that's been bothering me since I got on YouTube. I've been so bothered inside about YouTube because it seems like every time I look at something on YouTube, It's all a lie. And that's why they formed it on the television, telling you lies through your vision. It just seems like everything is a lie. It's so fucked up when I see something that could possibly be the truth. If it seems too much like it's the truth, I'm not going to pay attention to it because of the insecurities that I have within myself and the disappointments that I've went through in my life. I'm going to say this got to be too good to be true. Ain't that shit fucked up, y'all? Ain't it fucked up that a blessing could be right in front of your face? Check this out to the gangsters. It could be a woman that you meet right in front of your face, and she's trying to tell you and display and show you every day how much she's attracted to you and she loves you and she wants to get to know you. And then to the guys, same thing. It could be a woman trying to show you how women, it could be a guy trying to show you how impressed he's with your whole silhouette, how you carry yourself as a woman, how you come to work every day, your drive, your ambition, your smile, the way you inspire him, just get happy every time he see you. And then because of the disappointment you've been through, because of the times when you sat up and cried over someone that you love so much that just walked away from you, men and women, because for some reason, a lot of niggas act like they don't cry over separation and heartbreak. You got to be a real cold motherfucker to share some time with a motherfucker. Fuck the sex. I'm talking about just spend some intimate time with a motherfucker. Talk to them about their likes, their dislikes. You talk to them. They talk to you about your likes and your dislikes. Y'all walking around holding hands. Y'all going to the movies. You know, y'all appreciating each other. Y'all passing time with each other about endless things, endless dreams you got in your heart. Y'all decide to get together. You're making love to each other. You might have children. You're introducing each other to each other's family. You're telling your families, this is the one that's going to be with me for the rest of my life. God has sent he or she to me to complete me. So I'm bringing him to y'all because I want y'all to love him like y'all love me. And then one day that person look at you and say, I don't love you no more. Motherfucker look at you one day and be like, yo, you know what? I don't love you no more. Yeah, of course, we look at the women to be so emotional and they're going to cry over everything. You know, women can cry over a beautiful cake. Women can cry over their daughter or their son in a suit going to a prom. So we expect them to cry. So if they get upset and emotional and go through their little situation because a man that they're in love with leave, we expect them to do that. We're there to console them. You know, it's a lot of bitch-ass niggas out there that look for women that's going through certain things to manipulate the fact that they're vulnerable just to fuck them. That's some wicked, evil-ass motherfuckers. Just like it's some wicked, evil-ass bitches out there that do the same thing. Know a nigga broke down and he missed somebody to the bottom of his spirit, of his heart. Y'all know that he would have never gave you the time of the day, but since he missed the way his ex-girl used to touch him. If it's something as simple, just touching your head or holding your hand or just looking you in your eyes or walking past you and saying, baby, you know I love you. You know, just because a gangster just miss all that intimate activity, it seems like the devil will put somebody right in our face that'll be over-aggressive with intimacy. And then after missing somebody for a couple of weeks or missing somebody for a couple of months, you misconstrue that aggressive intimacy as a person that's really caring and wanting to be with you. No, that's a motherfucker that wanted to fuck you for a long time. It's a difference. See, there's nothing wrong with giving somebody some pussy, ladies. And there's nothing wrong with giving somebody some dick, gentlemen. But at least let it be on your accord and you know what you're doing. See, it's fucked up when you let somebody make love to you. And in the back of your mind, when this motherfucker get through making love to me, they're going to be right here next to me. We're going to be laughing, joking, farting. We're going to wake up in the morning. We're going to make love to each other again. And then it doesn't go like that after you get through with the intimacy, because now after the intimacy, it's no longer that y'all made love no more because he or she is getting dressed and they're getting ready to go home. So now the love making that you thought you were just experiencing with somebody, you understand, is just intimacy that was just passed and used you as a vessel. So now your feelings is involved. Now you're in your bag. Ladies, it happens to men too. Y'all never seen the movie Boomerang? Yeah, I'm gonna talk tonight. Y'all ever seen the movie Boomerang with Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy was a powerful black man in the firm, fucking everybody. Everything that came by him, he fucked him. Halle Berry was in love with him the whole time, right under his nose, like his mustache, like them old timers say. She was right up under your nose like your mustache, boy. But he overlooked her. She showed him every day how much she loved him. She supported him with his ideas. She made sure when he was at the coffee machine, she was at the coffee machine. She always greeted him with a smile. She didn't dress like somebody that was trying to show the world what she possessed. She gave you a attire that you would have to imagine a silhouette. You would have to be blessed with her love or her presence to even experience. But when Robin Givens came in that motherfucker, she came in there with her titties out, her ass all cocked up, high heel shoes, makeup, hair done, looking like a fucking snake. This is the crazy part. This is when Eddie Murphy thought he found the woman of his dreams. This is the one that's going to complete him. He's going to marry her. They're going to have babies and live happily ever after. She was with him, chilling, kissing him in his face, letting him squeeze her ass, licking him all on titties and all that shit. He like this. This bitch is in love. But he had a foot fetish. And when he got through having sex with her, he saw her feet because he had a routine. After he had sex with a motherfucker, he would pull the sheets up. And if her feet, look how fucked up niggas is. If her feet was fucked up, he left. But see, when him and Robin Givens got through doing their Mexican tango, Robin Givens got up and started putting her clothes on. He said, bitch, where you going? Did you see his face? He was like, where the fuck is you going? She was like, I got shit to do. I got a motherfucking meeting in the morning. He was like, yo, but you know, he turned right into what we appear. And we tease niggas about, we like, you acting like a broad. He was like, but we, something women say, like, after the beautiful night we just had, you just gonna leave? You can't stay a little longer? She was like, nah, nigga. And then check what she did. She left some money on the table for that nigga. So this is the first time in his life, as far as with women, that he used to be so dominant and thoughtless about. God showed him, we got a motherfucker that's a match for you, pussy. So you mean to tell we got a dude in the hood that's getting money? Might have grew up under horrific situations, maybe had a parent or parents that was addicted, may have overcame certain insecurities, may have had abnormalities growing up, like couldn't dress, couldn't get a haircut, had an overbite, whatever. But now he's the man. He's getting money. So now all of a sudden he finds a woman that he trusts. She loving on him. She treating him the way she wants to. They're sharing a home together. They may or may not share a child together. And then one day she looks at him and says, I don't love you no more. So you mean to tell me that man is a sucker because he may not do it in front of her, and then he might just say, fuck that, and let her know, yo, check this out, with tears coming out of his eyes. I've done it. I've done it. I've expressed to a woman with tears coming out my eyes that if she leave me, if she stop giving me the love that I need every day, it's going to destroy me. I humbled myself, belittled myself, made myself look like a jackass in front of everybody pertaining to the world and societies. No, but I tried to express to her, this is a man that made mistakes because of things I've been through. Because I've watched my mother make mistakes because of the love that she had in her heart for a man. But I need you to stand by me. I'm begging you to stand by me. Don't leave me now. Don't let me get in the street. I'm telling you, I'm verbally expressing to you, if you push me in the street, me missing you, me confused about what my mother is going through is going to put me at a bad part with the world and myself. And I'm going to be so dangerous to myself because I don't care no more. So when the police pull me over because they see me driving my car with no seatbelt, and they do a nice routine stop because in Brooklyn, New York, you have to have on your seatbelt, clicking a ticket. Instead of me realizing, coming to the realization, because I'm so arrogant, I'm thinking that, fuck that, I ain't got to put my seatbelt on. And there's a police officer that observed me without my seatbelt on and decides to do his job, even though it's petty. Now I want to give him an attitude. Fuck you, nigga. Why you pulling me over and shit? Fuck you. Calm down, sir. Calm down. License and registration. The reason why I pulled you over is because I noticed you didn't have on your cell. But fuck that, you bitch ass nigga. Niggas getting murdered in the fucking street and you pulling me over for a fucking seatbelt. You pussy. Suck my dick. Now you forgetting that you're conducting yourself in the words of a police officer in a threatening mannerism. Once you begin to act vulgar, loud, erratic, these are displays of mental illness because you're supposed to be in the presence of a police officer, and that should give you some type of conduct. But since you overlook the fact that a police officer is trying to administrate his job to you, now you're acting in a threatening mannerism and you're giving him the reason for probable cause to draw his firearm because he is scared. Because he is scared. And now he's telling you to come out the car because he wanted to talk. Fuck you mean come out the car? Make me get out the car, pussy. Uh-oh. You just told a police officer that asked you to get out of the car to make you get out of a car that you were supposed to comply with him because he is an officer of the law. Now you gave him the right to open the door and get vicious with you, man. Now you're struggling. You're in a tussle. Say you get the best of it. You beat him up. He beats you up. You shoot him. He shoots you. You shoot him. Get away. You want to run. He shoots you. You dead. You are dead. Do you know all this came to existence because deep down inside you hurting because you miss your woman? You know all of that transpired just because you miss your woman. See, because let me give you another scenario. May I light my spliff? Say you and your woman didn't break up. Say you knew that particular day when that cop pulled you over, you and your woman didn't break up. See, now you got a different fear. Now the first thing you're afraid of is, damn, this bitch know I'm gonna have to pay this fucking ticket. She just told me to put my motherfucking seatbelt on because when we was riding around going to the city, she was like, why you ain't never got your seatbelt on? See, all these things are running through your mind now. So the aggressive mannerism that you had before, because she is no longer your woman, is eliminated, is vanished. Now the humble attitude and the worryation in your mind, because you know she's going to give you hell when you walk through the door, is your demeanor now for the cops. So now you done gave him your license, your registration. You done sat up in the car waiting for him to go write down the motherfucking ticket, waiting for him to run your motherfucking plates, waiting for him to run to make sure you ain't got no warrants or nothing like that. Because all that time he is running your warrants and your plates and writing you a ticket, you are scared to death because you know you have to go in the house and have a conversation with your woman, particularly about something that she has verbally expressed to you over and over again, but you were so ignorant and naive, you did not listen. See the difference? Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? I'm going to tell y'all that don't be out of state. You bring your ass out of state, and especially if the police pull you over at nighttime, I'm going to tell you 2 things to do to assure that you might not get shot or killed. This is the first thing you're going to do. What you're going to do is you're going to pull over. No, you got to do 3 things. The first thing you got to do is pull over. The second thing you got to do over is put the light that's inside of your car on. You know that light that put everything inside of your car on? Everything, where everything is illuminated for there's a less suspicion of threat because it's dark. You don't even supposed to take your seatbelt off. After that, you're supposed to place both of your hands on the steering wheel. Peace, Trace. You ain't supposed to have your hand in your lap. You ain't supposed to have your hand in your glove compartment. You ain't supposed to have your hand in your side compartment or down on your door. You're supposed to have your hands visibly on the fucking steering wheel. So when the police officer is walking up on your car, these are the things that are going to what? Help him to secure his fear and his anxiety pertaining to this vehicle stop. First thing the cop is going to say is, hold on, we got one in there and he put the goddamn lights on for me. God damn it, this nigger done put his hands on the steering wheel. This is going to be a goddamn ticket and I'm going on home to Maggie. Do you notice how things can be stopped before they happen? Ron Buggs, I see you in the building. Salute. Team Guardian, I see you. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all understand that? That should help me with something with YouTube. These things are helping me with things with YouTube. I'm ready to just flip and catch this one or catch that one and doing bad. You are hearing it saying right now from Big Dice, I don't care. I don't even care about trolls no more. If they troll me, I'm just going to troll them back in the chats. I'm going to get on their nerves just like they're trying to get on my nerves, but I'm not looking for nobody and I'm not worrying about nobody coming to do nothing to me because these are trolls. These are trolls. My dumb ass is sitting up about to get a stroke over someone that won't even show their face. I told y'all I'd be fucking up. To the women, I told y'all, men, we be fucking up. And I told y'all women, when y'all choose us, even though we are always fucking up, y'all see the king inside of all the fucked up. This is why we need y'all to help mold us into the kings that we really are. This is why we really need y'all to mold us into the kings that we really are. I did a show earlier on the Big Dice Chronicles. I want y'all to all watch it that didn't see it. And I broke down an economical structure of how instead of us warring with each other, if we put our minds together, we could set up an economical structure where we can have our own money without the assistance of anyone. And the only people that we really need, I see you, Yak. The only people that we really need is each other. We don't need assistance from the government. Because the same opportunities that other ethnicities get, we will have them same opportunities presented to us too, because we are coming to them with our own finances. And we, what? What we did? We accumulated these finances in a legal manner, and we can produce receipts that we have. We can produce receipts that we have. See, anybody can get some motherfucking street money and walk up in the bank with it. Yo, I got $1 million. I want to borrow $2 million. They don't give a fuck about that $1 million without you having a substantial reason of how you obtain that $1 million. Because the bank knows, quote unquote, anything pertaining to illegal activity, the government is going to seize that bank and its assets and shut it down. The bank is not going to risk some motherfucking money and their integrity and their stamp over some drug money. The bank ain't going to risk their integrity over some prostitution money, over some gambling money, over some extortion money. But the bank will fuck with you over some legal assets and legal documentation proving that you have made legal assets and you have a gross that is going to keep you continuously grossing assets. We got Yak Chicago Finance in the building. What up, baby?
Hey, what's up, my brother?
Talk to me, man. You sounding crystal clear. You sounding crystal clear.
Man, that's good. You know my phone be sounding like old Obama phone. I got the wifey other phone, so you know she keep hers intact. My shit sound I ain't had it a month. My shit look like I had that boy in the junkyard 2 years. I dropped him so much.
We all got the same problem. You sound just like me again, man. I ain't even gonna talk about it.
And I dropped my phone so damn much. And the thing is, my wife get me a case. But I always take the case off.
That shit don't mean nothing, man. I get cases, screensavers. Man, I'm just too much of a man.
Manly, man. I aggressively grab and drop and scratch, flip my phone every day, man.
Sitting in my lap, getting out the car, fall right on the phone, and then you hear that clack. You already know what it is.
I got a habit of sitting mine on my lap. As soon as I get out the car, bing, bing, bing. I'd have done 100 of them.
Yo, how you feel about that live I did earlier, Yak?
Yeah, man, that was that one, man. Man, every one is one. You go in, man. You know what you do.
And you want to hear some shit? Rest in peace to my man Harry. God bless the dead. He passed away of AIDS, HIV complications, in 1994. He was from Chicago. See, a lot of people don't know my pops is from Chicago.
Man, that's crazy, Dice. My oldest brother, he passed away from AIDS in 93, bro.
So when my pops moved to Brooklyn, when my pops moved to Utica Avenue with me and my mother, Mr. Harry around the corner, they developed a very, very strong rapport because they both was from Chicago.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Harry, they used to treat him so bad. He was in a wheelchair, but he used to like on his last days, he said, Dice, all I want is some good herb, man. So he used to try to like give people a shot, like, because, you know, he couldn't move around in a wheelchair. He was real fragile, man. I used to roll his joints and his blunts for him and give him to him. He's sending niggas to the spot. This how generous this man was. I'm talking about you, Harry. Harry send you to the weed spot. He say, yo, man, go get me 3 of them 20s, man, right? But he gonna give you $100 bill. He never gave you no 20s. He never gave you no 10s. He never gave you no dollars. He always give you a crisp $100 bill. And what he tell you is, I don't care what you do with that last 40, just bring my 3 back to me. You know how many niggas ran off with $100 on that man, Yak?
Man,
you know how many niggas we beat beat bowel movement out of for doing that shit?
Yeah, that fucking head and full of
I can't hear you yet.
phone was ringing, man. It
Oh,
seemed
yeah,
like
you
every
back?
time everybody want to talk to me then. Like, man, come on, man.
Yeah, we beat bowel movement out this nigga, Yak.
Yeah, man, some of them deserve them, man.
And the
Now, that
reason
remind
why,
me of-
because go ahead, baby.
like when my brother was on his last days, that's all he did was weed, man. That was a rough
It helped him
time,
with
man.
the pain.
Yeah, if anybody ever have never been through seeing somebody go through that, that's a rough one, man. Real for
The
real.
thinning of the hair. I'm having to help my Mr. Harry out the wheelchair because he got to go to the bathroom. He got a pamper on.
Man, bro.
And I miss him so much. But let me tell y'all something. He used to send me. I told him, I said, why would you keep sending these niggas to the weed spot and you know I go get you some weed? And he used to be like, man, I ain't got no time to be, what he said, I ain't got no time to be messing you up in your busy day. So me and him got tighter, even though that was my pops, man, because every time I went to the weed spot, I'll be like, yo, Harry, I'm going to the weed spot. He'd be like, go ahead. So when he would give me the $100 bills, I would bring him his $40 back.
Yeah,
so he'd be like, man, I tell you, take that, man, go ahead, get you something to smoke. I said, man, if I told you I'm going to the weed spot, fuck I need your money for?
Exactly, man. Started getting his form. Man, I still, man, Dice, it was, man, I'm gonna give you a quick one, man. The night before my brother passed away, right, man, his baby mom brought him a Big Mac from McDonald's. He said he wanted a Big Mac. He had a taste for a Big Mac. But it gave him like gas in his stomach, bro. So I get off from work. My mom called me. She said, man, your brother ain't doing good. He wants y'all to come over. And he was like, man, I bathed him that night. Me and my brother bathed him, dressed him and everything. He was like, man, look at me, bro. And he was the oldest brother. He like, man, I done thinned out. You know what I mean? We sitting there, man, like, man, fuck it, this is my big bro. My mom always taught us.
That's right.
Man, this all we got. We got is us. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And it's like, man, we was just sitting there, man, chopping it up. But I was like, man, gonna go to the hospital. He was like, nah, I don't want to go because whenever they would take him, he would go. They never did nothing for him. This was early on. You know, the 90s, it was different, man. You know what I mean? They would just throw you in a room and leave your ass in the cold room.
Yeah, because they were so unsure. They didn't care. They just made like, fuck it. Just put him. Yeah, that's right. Preach. Go ahead, baby. I'm listening.
The next day, I go to work. And when I get off work, I get home. Ain't nobody in my house. My kid's mom and my kid's gone. I'm like, damn. My aunt stayed right up the street. I go there, nobody at the house. I automatically know something with my bro. He went to the hospital, man, and he told my brother Anthony. When he went, he was like, man, I ain't coming back. My brother Anthony took it like he was gonna make him keep him this time. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't even go to the hospital with him, man. And that's, man, by the time I got up to the hospital, my brother was gone, but my mom, she still go through the kind of like some hurt because she was right there, man. My brother walked my mother through the whole cycles of what was going to happen. But that morning, say when they brought him in, they put an IV in his arm, Dice, flushed the IV, it didn't drop. They flushed it straight in. And he asked my mom, like, damn, George, is they supposed to do that? She said, I don't know, Mickey, I think it's supposed to drip. The nurse say she hooked another one up, flushed the second one straight in. My brother said he felt like he was going to faint. Lady told my brother to lay on his back. You can't faint if you lay on your back. And man, my brother started early, man, and his last words was "Thank you, Jesus," man. With my mama sitting right there, bro.
Damn, rest in peace, man.
Yep, thank you, Jesus. My mom, she still go through it. How she said she felt like she should have stopped that second IV, but I'm like, man, it ain't on you, old lady, man. Come on, like you know what I mean?
Nah, God, it's your law. That's the law's will.
His last words was "Thank you, Jesus."
And Mr. Harry, he was from Chicago, so he grew up. See, let me tell you something. That format I gave y'all earlier, I will never forget, and I don't even know why it came into my head so crystal clear today. It had to be Harry. Rest in peace, because he told me something before he passed away. He said, you know what the problem is with Brooklyn? I said, what you talking about, Harry? He said, yo, I'm about to give you a blueprint or something, man. I want you to put this I want you to implement this in your life, man. He said, keep some good people around you, man, and listen to what I'm saying, you, man. He said, yo, all them older grandmothers that's getting high, or y'all feel as though that y'all don't want to take no time to spend time with them the ones that know how to cook the best. You go get them out them houses and you go ask them what's their specialties, and you go buy it for them. Them old timers that y'all letting just sit up and get drunk. Ask them the stories. Ask them why they sitting up getting drunk. He said, ask them why they getting high. Ask them why they so depressed. Ask them why they choose to be homeless when you know there's family members that's trying to help them. Talk to them about them problems.
Yeah.
He said, they're going to build a relationship with you and tell you their struggles. And in the same time, they're going to give you the jewels on how to survive.
Jewels on how to make it. Because, man, they might be living so-called less than, but they 3 times older, they still living.
And they done went through everything.
Yeah, still living. It's
And
like,
he
man,
said instead of Sterling Place arguing with St. Mark's, instead of Prospect arguing with Park Place, it's only a few of you niggas that run them blocks. Y'all niggas need to get together and talk and get some money.
Yeah. I know this one cat, man, Dice, he used to, from my old neighborhood. Everybody, man, he had some type of mental issues or something, but this dude had a mini mansion that he was rich. This dude was rich. Like he was well, I'm not gonna say rich. He was very well off, sitting with a nice, you know what I mean, family left him a nice piece of change. This man chose to be homeless and live on the streets, and he would collect change and give it away to the other homeless people, and he had a bank account long as you can fucking think of. And people always, only a few really knew his background, but everybody used to shit on him. And I'm like, man, y'all don't even know, man. That man can buy you and your damn family, man. But he was just different, man. And he would collect money and give it to other he wouldn't keep it. He would give it to other homeless people out there, man. He was just different, man. But I always, man, you gotta respect, man. You never know how God gonna send somebody to you, man. That's why I never bullied. I never teased, I never made fun, and I never violated nobody, man. You could say something to somebody, man, and that'd put them over the cliff. Send them over the edge, man. You never know what somebody going through. You never know what somebody going through, what they went through an hour before you said some dumb shit to them. For real.
And that's a fact. Because that's just like, rest in peace to my man, China Rob from Notion in St. Mark's. They said he had a conversation with his baby mother. Make a long story short, my man China Rob, the original China from Brooklyn, his baby mother, he had a set of twins with her. He has a set of twins with her, excuse me. His daughters are still here. And they went through their little separation period. So what it was is she started messing with a dude. He from Notion in St. Mark's. So she started messing with a dude from Notion in Pacific. Brooklyn know what I'm talking about. So make a long story short, back in the days is when Brooklyn got that first lottery. Like we started getting the lottery in Brooklyn. Make a long story short, she hit the lottery for like about $2.7 million after all the taxes and all that, right? She bought some land. I ain't gonna say where she bought the land at because I ain't gonna get too descriptive. She bought some land out of New York. The man that she was dealing with from Notion and Pacific, she moved him out of New York with my man twins. And they said that my man was on Notion and St. Mark's arguing with her. He was like, yo, like, how the fuck you gonna be fucking with the nigga? You know the nigga done tried to kill me. He allegedly killed some and yo, we've been warring with them niggas for years, man. And she was like, yo, I love him. My daughters love him. And that's my decision. My man went to his mom's crib and knocked on the door. His mother said she felt so bad because she said she saw something was wrong with my man when he walked in. And first thing he said is, yo, Ma, where the pictures of my babies at? And my mother said, what you want them pictures for? I told you, because remember back in the days, there wasn't no cell phone cameras, so you couldn't take pictures. Remember, you would have to take a picture to the print shop to get it printed. So you know them old timers ain't letting you take no pictures out their house.
They taking them, man. They in the old the picture album, man.
Baby Grizz, he just popped him in the building. You saw what he said. Rest in peace, China Rob from St. Mark's. They don't even understand. Tina Block. Yo, Baby Grizz, you always come in here with that shit. You come in here with that shit, but I love you, man, because you got to notice. I'm talking about, yo, one of my best friends, Yak. I'm talking about IS 390. We going to motherfucking Great Adventure with church buses. We all going to Great Adventure, meeting on Notion Avenue, on Notion and Park with the church, going on the bus to Great Adventure. We rushing the Ocean Pacific store, Yak.
Yeah.
Everybody coming back with Ocean Pacific shirts, knapsacks, wallets, Great Adventure baseball. I'm talking about this was a legend. Make a long story short, he goes to his mom's crib. He asks her for the pictures. His mother said the reason why she didn't really stand there with him and talk to him because unfortunately she had to go to the bathroom. So she was like, it's in that china cabinet. It's in my china cabinet. You better not take that picture out of my damn house. So when she went to the bathroom, his mom's was in the bathroom. And then, after she got to using the bathroom, she come outside. So, them old timers, she go straight to the china cabinet and don't see the picture.
Yeah.
So they said all of a sudden, my homeboy Bill, rest in peace, his brother named Buck Wild, he came and knocked on the door. And they said when he came and got her and brought her downstairs, my man, may he rest in peace, man. I miss him so much. He took the pictures of his daughter and went to the roof and jumped off, Yak.
Oh, man.
Yo, Yak, my man took the pictures of his twins. He went to the top of his baby Grizz. I'm lying?
Dang.
He took my man took his twins' pictures from when they was born with him to the roof and jumped off the roof, man.
Damn. So I mean, you never know how close somebody is to snapping and hurting themselves.
About to go. You see what my man said, Yak? He said, I used to live on St. Mark's in Brooklyn, New York, light-skinned Divine Block, salute. Then he said right after that, facts. I'm telling you, this shit, I can't make this shit up, y'all.
Yeah, man.
I miss so many. I got so many angels walking with me, y'all. Do y'all know I'm from Utica Avenue? It's OGs that's in heaven that I'm telling y'all. There's certain things that I've done in my life where when I've done it, I've thought about the OG and I know they took my body over.
Yep, thought about them. I've been there, that man. My one of my best friends growing up, Brian, man, this dude he was a twin also. He was a good dude, man. He wound up, it was a chick that we knew for years, but she was like a tomboy when we was young. But got older, her and Ron started dating, and she had another guy from the same neighborhood, just like infatuated with her, man. And her and Ron started dating, and my buddy, I saw we was at Cooper Park playing hoop. He said, man, walking over Shorty house. And dude was sitting there just waiting on Ron. He was so infatuated with her, he couldn't see nobody else with her. And he just, man, he took my man out. Like, man, I might have been shit. Ooh.
Yo, Yak, I can't even tell you the stories. Yo, baby Grizz, you heard what he just said? Yo, Yak, I can't even tell you. You just hit a nerve so bad. I can't even tell you the story I want to tell you on YouTube about what you just said, my nigga.
Bro, that shit crushed me, man. I got a song about that shit too, man.
Yo, I'm talking about, I can't even talk about that shit, Yak. Like real rap, that's some shit we got to be talking. Like, I can't even talk about that shit because it's certain things that happened allegedly with certain situations just like that where niggas is walking around to this day. I'm talking about 20, 30 year ago bodies. Niggas still walking around and niggas know what it is. See, it's different, man. I'm from a different, yo, forgive me, Allah, for the things that I have to take to my grave, man.
Certain things that I can't speak on, man, because we come from an era where you do certain things that's unacceptable and ungodly and unmanly and man, it's you can't stay here. Some people need to be eradicated and evicted out of our community, man. That's just real, man. Everybody not supposed to stay there. Some crimes and some acts that you do, you are not supposed to be able to walk around our women, kids, and look the men there in their eyes. You're just not. And I stand on that. I believe that wholeheartedly. And it's things that, man, I asked for forgiveness for years about it, and I still do today that I've done. And I'm not proud of a lot of stuff I've done, but I'm not ashamed of it. But it's not for the world. It's for me and my man upstairs to talk about.
Inshallah. See, I'm so prepared, Yak. You just said the magic words. I know one day I got to get in front of my God before I walk in heaven and answer some questions.
That's why I try to help as many as I can today, man. I don't talk hate on nobody. I don't put nobody down, man. I'm trying to lift everybody up, man. I want to see everybody win. You know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody win. And man,
but you know why I know my God is with me though, Yak? You know why I know my God is with me?
Yeah.
Because they say that the sins before 21 years old are supposed to be absolved because you're a child, right?
Yep.
So that means my sins that I'm supposed to be held accountable for in my Quran and my teaching says I'm supposed to be judged for the 4 years. You dig what I'm saying? That I sinned times 7.
Times 7.
So that's 28 years I'm supposed to be quote unquote judged for. Even though it's 4 years physically, each year is 7. So I'm supposed to be judged in the eyes of God for 28 years because 7 is God's number. And 4 times 4 years, I'm accountably supposed to be held for my unrighteousness ways. But this is the good part, y'all. This is really the good part about this, y'all. This is why I know my God loved me, Ron. I just made 50 years old September the 10th.
I made 50 September 16th.
I just made 50 years old September the 10th. And I ain't gonna front. It's a bunch of nights I want to just go to sleep and wake up with my mother. I just want to wake up in heaven with my mother and family. But God said, Knucklehead, you're going to be here for a long time because I need you for something, man.
Yep.
So if I got the 25, if I get the 53, y'all, I overcame my sins.
Yep.
I overcame my sins, and everything else from there is righteous.
And since that number, I've been trying to do as much good as I can.
Facts.
Trying to do as much good as I can, man. Like for real, for real. And man, that's you might. I don't know what. It's a blessing, man. I appreciate that we
Inshallah, you know I said the same thing about you, Yak. Inshallah, you and your wife is a demonstration.
Man. It's different, man. And it's like, man, I know it. It's like, man, I'm a spiritual dude. I ain't a real big religious guy, but I'm a spiritual guy. And some connections, man. And some connections is different shit, man. And that's us, bro. I appreciate running across you, my bro.
Inshallah, you already know bros for life. Like that shit, like I'm telling y'all, man, it's just different print. And Ron Boogs, let me tell you something, y'all. Ron Boogs said he got some things going on, so one day he might bless us with a story or two. But let me tell y'all something, man. Ron Boogs, y'all. Baby Grizz, y'all. They from a different era, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You see what Ron said before I even finished? It's a different cloth. Niggas is from a real different era. Baby Grizz, Ron, I know Baby Grizz, but Yak, Ron Boogs, Trays, Wax AP, Tube Chronicles. Dudes is from a different era, man.
We got a circle of men that, man, stand on principle, stand on honor, and man, I kill and die behind certain things, man. Real.
And I'm telling y'all, a lot of niggas don't give him his props. Go subscribe to Tube Chronicles, man. Go subscribe to What It Is, What It Ain't TV Talk. That's his, let me tell you something. I got to keep giving him his flowers. A lot of people don't give this dude his props for the shit he do behind the scenes, but I'm going to give him his props, man. Just like I said, shout out to Platinum Shine and the whole 050. Shout out to Platinum Shine and Genius when it comes to the computers. Shout out to Tube Chronicles. Team Guardian, we got one too.
Man,
Tube Chronicles in the background is like Charlie from motherfucking Charlie's Angel. You always heard his voice on that motherfucking speaker. Name one person in this motherfucker that's seen Charlie's face.
Never.
Word up.
Man,
shit is just different.
I got a laptop, man. I need some assistance, man.
So what you want me to do? This is what you do. You tell me right now what time you want to get up in the morning, or what time you ready to rock in the morning, and I hit Tube when I get up off from here, and then we hit each other all on the gram face to face, like so we can sit up, and my man will sit right there with us, and whatever you need to do, he gonna tell you. Let's do it.
I hooked it up the other day, and I tried to connect StreamYard. It brought a little bitty picture about, I don't know, people might have seen it. I got like 100 views on this damn video. I ain't even know it recorded or nothing. I'm just sitting there. It's a blank screen, man. I was so frustrated, man. I'm like, I don't even know how to do the screen. Shit ain't, I'm computer illiterate. I can learn very well.
That's right.
Man, this shit, bro. I'm about to throw this damn laptop out the window, man. And I'm getting my little podcast.
Well, don't get it twisted. I keep trying to tell you, I bought this beautiful computer. It's an HP Intel, in screen, Intel Core, some shit over here. I bought this shit about 2.5 years ago because of the price that my cousin gave it to me for. And I thought I bought this shit for, let me tell you something, this is some funny shit. I bought this shit for, what's that word? Like when you're putting fruit and shit around? Like fake fruit and shit and flowers. What you call that shit now? Like floral. I just bought that shit for decoration. I bought this goddamn computer for decoration. And I'm sitting up on my damn cell phone and my iPad having so much problems getting in the StreamYard and doing this. And then one day my nigga Trump said, hold up. Let me see something, turn your phone around. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, what's that on your table? I said, my computer. He said, all this time you had a fucking computer, stupid?
Yeah, bro.
I said, I forgot I had the computer. He said, all this time you're going through this bullshit on your fucking phone and you got that fucking beautiful computer right there. And he hung the phone up, y'all.
My wife was so mad at me the other day, man. I'm up in there cussing. Man, my ferrets coming in there, bothering me, tickling at my feet, man. I'm ready to throw my animals out. I'm cussing. She said, babe, why you so damn stubborn? Call Dice or somebody. I'm sitting there.
Word, we got you, bro. That ain't nothing. That ain't shit.
I was mad as fuck. I'm like, man, I can't get it, man. Once I learn it, I'm locked and loaded. I'm one of them guys. When how my learning curve is, I have to see it, and physically touch it and do it, and then I got it. You can't tell me write no shit on no chalkboard and tell me that's how it go, man. I'm gonna have you let me put my hands on it. I got it. I just need somebody to show me, physically show me, and man, I'm in there. But man, doing it, man, I'm in here. I'm about to pull the hair that I don't even have out.
Yeah, hands-on experience. I'm the same way. It got to be. First of all, if you can stand right there and show me, all I need to do is show me a couple of times, then you can break the fuck out. I'm good.
Man, if you hands up, you physically show me and let me, I got it.
Just like I learned how to cook crack, I'm gonna learn how to do anything else. I'm that attentive. I'm a great student.
Yeah, I'm a great student. Man.
Educational purposes only. Excuse me.
You tell me, man. It ain't gonna stick if you show me. And I think that had a lot to do with my eyes because I had bad eyes all my life, so I had to really touch it. You know what I'm saying? Once I touch it, man, I master it. But this shit drive me nuts, man. This computer pretty as hell doing nothing.
My shit was getting dust. Nothing. My shit was just getting, I felt so stupid and proud at the same time. Just like you say, I'm blessed that Allah put you in my life. I'm so blessed that Tube got put in my life because, like you said, I didn't even know how to say the term computer literate. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that was a term.
Man.
I used to be like, yo, I don't know how to fuck with a computer. He was like, you ain't computer literate? I said, what the fuck does computer literate mean? He was like, nigga, with a person with your intelligence, you asking me what computer literate is?
It's crazy. I had my stepdaughter, her baby dad, like, yeah, you should be like, yeah, get me sharp on everything, man. Y'all gotta remember, I come from an era, all we did, we pushed the button on the payphone or the big block beige phone you had in the house, man. We ain't do all that. You know what I mean? Synthesizing and all that shit. We didn't come from that, man.
Yo, Yak, let me tell you something. Yo, Ron Boggs, Baby Grizz, y'all remember this? Let me see if y'all really was outside. I don't know if they did this in Chicago, Yak. I'm talking to my cats in Brooklyn and Harlem and all that. Yo, Yak, back in the days when we was out in the street, this is true stories, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for instance, remember when they switched it from the capsules to the little tiny bags, the 10-10s and all that?
58, yeah.
So what we would do is we would wrap out the motherfucking dimes and the 20s on the motherfucking bag. So what we would do, we would take the inside of our sleeve and we would get safety pins.
It's stitching.
We would get the big safety pin.
I had to do is pull them off.
And that's right. So we'll pop them off. So anybody know back in the days you was getting money, you always had a safety bin somewhere, quote unquote, if you went through the system. You dig what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't never catch the stash. True story. Yo, we used to go through Central Booking, all jokes aside, Yak. Yo, Ron Boggs, yo, Grizz, you remember this shit? Yo, Yak, if you took, say for instance, if you opened the motherfucking, the safety pin, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the payphone? You see the silver part where they had to put the key in to open it up where the keys is at?
Yep.
If you took the big head of the safety pin and put it in where the key was, where they supposed to open it up, and then if you took the pin and put it in the motherfucking, in one of the holes that you were supposed to talk through in the bottom of the thing and dialed your number, the electric Currency would let you make a free phone call all night. Only niggas that went through central booking know about this. Yo, Ron Boogs, Briz, am I lying? Yo, Yak, I'm talking about you got free phone calls on the payphone with the safety pin.
Oh my goodness.
This before you see the judge. This is when you go into that motherfucking 4-cell shit. It's 2 cells on one side, it's 2 cells on another, and it's a CO, and then it's a motherfucking what you call that? A picture taking machine in the back. You in one cell, they call your name, McLeod, to them niggas bullpen therapy. You thinking you going upstairs. No, you going right next door to the next cell. You go sleep over there for about 4 or 5 hours. They wake you up, McLeod. You're going right over to the motherfucking 3rd cell right across from that. They sleep for another 4 hours. McLeod, you're going right to the next motherfucking cell. McLeod, then you go into the back to get your motherfucking picture taken and thrown back in that cell. Then they going to call you McLeod. You're going on the motherfucking line. Then you got to line up and go upstairs to the motherfucking cells behind the motherfucking judge. Then they're going to tell you, sit back here for a minute for another 3 or 4 hours where they got more damn payphones. Then they're going to call you individually. Then you're going to come to the back of another cell where you got to go in the front and talk to your legal aid through the wooden glass. I'm lying, Ron?
Hey, so y'all don't go to like a bear review first before you go upstairs?
Nah, that's out of town. That's when you out of state. See, when you out of state, that's like North Carolina and all that. When you get locked up top, you going through that bullpen therapy, baby. Back in the days, let me tell you something how long I've been outside. The first time I got locked up, y'all, I got locked up for joyriding. I never forget this shit. We was in a stolen car. I got pulled over by Brevoy Projects on Fulton and Ralph, coming from the chicken spot on the way back to Jackie Robinson to a house party. About 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Never forget this shit. The first time I get locked up, Yak, the bullpen system. Do you know what the bullpen therapy was? You went through fucking precincts to 120 Skimmerhorn Street for 3 days, nigga. You ain't see the judge for 3 days.
Man.
You don't see the judge for 3 days, Yak.
Man, that like Chicago, you
heard what Ron Book said. You weren't going through bullpen therapy. Then they passed the law. They said this shit is totally inhumane and fucked up that you got these individuals. And the only reason why they said that because the bullpens was overcrowded.
So you gonna
so
sit
what
3
they
days
said was
container. Even if it's an open container, you gonna sit 3 days regardless.
3 days, my nigga. You get caught with a spliff, 3 days, my nigga. Caught jumping the turnstile, 3 days, my nigga.
See, that ain't right. That ain't right there.
So what they said is, since the shit is motherfucking overpopulating the overcrowding the bullpen, they made and passed the law when Giuliani came out called the 24-hour flush. Y'all remember that, Ron? You remember that, Briz? That means if you get locked up, if they do not have you in front of a motherfucking lawyer and a judge before 24 hours, if they hold you in jail, 1 second over 24 hours, you are released on your own recognizances and charges are dismissed. You see what New York Nicky said? 24 hours.
That made them do their job. That made them do their job.
That's a fact. See, back in the days, it was 72 hours. You see what Grizz said? 3 days, y'all. You see what Nicky said? Now, 24 hours. Everything after that, a second after 24 hours, the shit is thrown the fuck out.
Man,
you see what Nicky said? It's thrown out. You see what Ron Book said? Look, Yak, these is facts. They gotta let you go.
Yeah, it's it, man. Like Chicago was like, it was very Chicago. You just sit. That's it. If you get locked up, they gonna sit you at your local precinct in that back room. You might be in there. It depends on which officers. If the shift finna change or not, you might be back there a couple hours. Then they're gonna ship you over the bookings. And
you heard what you just said? Look what you said. Look what I put up the minute you said the word. Look what Ron Boggs put in the chat. And look what you said when I said that. Look at the law. The old central booking. Let me tell you something. A lot of these niggas get up here, Yak, and be talking it. First of all, my nigga, you already know, just like me, just like Ron Boggs, Briz, Ron Boggs be hitting me up telling me Ron Boggs is another person God put in my life because it's times I be, let me tell you something, Ron. You don't even know. Sometimes when you be hitting me on the DM, Ron, I be having a lot of contemplation through my mind, bro, because I be tired of shit, my nigga.
You right on time.
I be tired of shit, and then you'll hit me with certain shit, and I go, oh shit, just like Half, just like New York Nicky. I go, oh shit, just oh shit. You dig what I'm saying? Because I be tired of shit. Because niggas be talking that shit, my nigga. I was really outside, yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
Outside, bro. I was talking to my wife last night. I said, man, she was like, man, this is how y'all should, man. She said, all of y'all, listen to how all of y'all sound and y'all go together. I said, man, if anybody is at a stage for real 30, but I give you 35 and up at the stage I'm at now, if you still talking rah, reckless, SMDs on YouTube, you
never did nothing.
You ain't done nothing, man. Because there's no way.
Hold up, Yak. Not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you finish. Or you have done so many things, but it's institutionalized you so much, your maturity is gone.
It's gone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, there's no way the things that I've done and overcame that I could get up on here on YouTube right now and
talk about
and glorify it, and man, violate verbal violations to anybody. Because the way I think, my wife said, she was like, but if somebody say something, baby, you wouldn't say nothing back. I said, no. I said, man, because if I say something, I mean it. And if I tell you, when I see you, I'm going to bust your shit, or when I see you, I mean that. I don't just say something just to have words come out of my mouth. You understand, man? If I say it to you, you better believe when you see me, you gonna get what I told you. Or when I see you, we gonna be brothers. Whatever I check. So I'm like, man, if somebody's still
City Bam, I see you
talking that type of talk, they couldn't have overcame anything for real in the streets, man. Because I appreciate being able to lay down in my house and they got every noise I hear, go grab that thing and, you know what I mean, jump up. Man, I appreciate that now. You know what I'm saying? Right. Man, there was many a nights I slept with one eye open, and the many a nights I didn't sleep
at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You can't
walking around old timers in the street telling me, boy, what you doing? Get you some rest. Look at your eyes.
If you still out here selling death, man, you ain't really came close to death. Like, for real. Because, man, that's not a good feeling. And, man, that shit don't make you feel good. Like, dead serious, man.
And to some of the ones out here, unfortunately, they don't have the know-how to go fill out a job application, don't have the know-how to go verbally spell. You know, let me tell y'all something. Do you know how many of my friends can't spell?
Bro, oh, man.
Yeah, you know how many of my friends, it's not that they don't want a job. It's not that they don't want a driver's license. They can't, they so embarrassed that they're at a certain age, 40, 50, 55, 58 years old. They can't comprehend and they can't spell.
Basic. It wasn't as much in Chicago. When I got to Baltimore Dice, I didn't realize how many people didn't go to school. You understand? I left school early, but I was an avid reader. I read the whole newspaper every day. I read the entire encyclopedia collection. You understand what I'm saying? I was just an avid reader and I always wanted to learn more. I ain't never wanted to have a conversation and not sound stupid to nobody. I always wanted to be able to interject myself in the conversation no matter what it was. If we gonna keep it G, I know how to talk to you like a G. If we gonna talk about the workforce, I know how to, carry myself and conduct myself and talk myself into getting a job. If we gonna talk politics, whatever, I like to be able to, you have to have different faces, man. When I came, my buddy Diddy, it brought me to tears, man. I went with him and he filled out the application, but he couldn't. He couldn't. I had to sneaky grab it, and I couldn't imagine not being able to read. I couldn't imagine that, man. But it's
and not being able to comprehend.
Couldn't imagine it, man. Real.
And that's why a lot of gangsters are still out here in the street, unfortunately, taking them death and them jail risk every day. And then there's some gangsters out here, I'm going to speak up for them too, that are very intelligent, that are very articulate, that are very humble, conduct themselves in certain mannerisms that you would never even know that they even walk in that side of life. And it's just in their heart. It's just certain things that they're not going to be subject to society or the world to undeem them as being men.
I tell everybody, man, death and jail do not have to be the end game if you have to maneuver through the streets. Because you can you might have to do certain acts, but it's not the act you do, it's the way you do it and the way you presented that act, man, where how you get labeled, man.
You don't get judged for your actions, you get judged for your intentions. I see it all the time.
Well, it's like something, man. Sometimes a person can overstep their boundaries where you have to initiate, you know what I mean, a lesson, I say. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, that's why I respect everybody, man. I've never always come with an open feeling about anybody. I don't care what color, creed, race, none of that. I'm always genuinely give everybody a legitimate, clean slate.
First chance.
You choose the cat, man, everybody gets handled accordingly.
And
that's
you
how
personally,
everybody gets handled accordingly.
You just said a lot of words right there in a short minute, because I told people this. I done had people tell me about certain individuals that I've had the best relationships and bonds with. Some of them are passed, some of them are killed, some of them are still here. And it was like, yo, the nigga did this to me, or the nigga did that to me, or the nigga did that to me. And I'm not talking about my intimate and close friends, because my intimate and close friends, if you do anything unjust or disloyal to them, you're not going to do nothing to nobody else.
Nobody else, man.
I'm talking about people in the street that gravitate to you. Walaikum salam, sister. I'm talking about people that gravitate to you, and they seem like they just want to be around you, but they're trying to absorb your realness, and they're trying to keep you away from something else. And I've said to people respectfully on YouTube, I've said to people in the world, check this out. The way the man came to me, alhamdulillah, was peaceful and respectful and with open arms and guidance and purity and sincerity. And all them attributes right there to me are something that I'm interested in.
Yep.
Because if you possess all them attributes, that means something about me. You see them same attributes within me, because alike is always going to be alike. So now I have a chance to build a rapport and conversation with you and find out if the person that gave me the information with you is about or worth anything about talking about. Yo, what happened with you and XYZ?
No.
Now I'm going to give you the chance to tell me the story that you feel, opposed to the story that they said. And then with my mind, I'm going to break down and overanalyze what I assume to be the truth.
Dissect it, man. Because it's like, man, you have to. Some people will put a label and a tag on somebody just to use you to eradicate a situation that they know they can't handle. Man, I've had, because I'm loyal. I was loyal to a fault when I was coming up. Because, man, I'd rather you hurt me than somebody I rocks with, that I love, man. And I got so many scars on my head, and man, but man, my peoples ain't got a scratch. But I don't regret none of it. But it's like, man, once I got a little old, I had one of my men. I still call him my brother, but I had to sit him down and tell him, man, stop being, if I'm not there, you using my name to back up. I said, man, you're endangering me, man. Killed, man. Because it's like, man, some people will kill you because they're so afraid.
Yo, Yak, I know you're going to believe what I said to you. I'm so big. I'm 6'5".
Yep.
310 solid. I've been 6 feet since I was in the 8th grade. You dig what I'm saying? I've been in situations where we went to play basketball, Yak. I swear to my mother. We went to play basketball. We went to the pool. We went to play handball. We went to visit girls. And it might be one or two of us and myself. And certain situations happen, and I done told niggas, yo, break out, because I know because of my size and my heart, I could absorb what I'm going to go through, because I wasn't in the fear of losing my life. But I was afraid that my man or one of my other friends might be hurt. And I love them and their family so much, I could take that.
I've done the same thing, man. I've done it. I can bring my man Tommy up here now, man. We was throwing house parties, Dice, in Black P-Stone's neighborhood, man. And we was 3 GDs. And that, man, we took everything towards us, man. And they came in the house one night and just, I'm working the door. So everybody always, man, they ain't fucking with Jack. But my man, it was about 20 of them on top of my man. I just got through the crowd and just covered him, Dice, and set him underneath my whole body and just took every blow.
Yo, Yak, you heard what he said? Let me address that. Yo, Ron Buggs, Yak just said something. Yo, Yak, Ron Book said, yo, Dice, I swear I keep saying, yo, Ron, listen to me. Alhamdulillah. On my mother, when I look at your pictures, Ron, no homo, I just stare in your face because I know you from somewhere and it ain't no bad vibe.
Exactly.
Yo, Yak, I used to get you. When he say this, Yak, this is the craziest part. I talked about that a few times up here because I hate talking about it because my basketball career, and I'm not joking, y'all. Y'all Google this if I'm joking. They offered me a full ride to a school named Nazareth College in Idaho, somewhere Ohio, Idaho, or some shit like that. And my mother said, it's your decision. I'm not, yo, Yak, listen to me, Yak. I'm nice on the court, Yak. I done played every fucking, yo, from rooftop to Riverhawk to Gauchos to 8-ball tournament to the Hector Rodriguez to the Maurice to back block to late night tournaments to midnight classics to fresh air. I done played damn near every tournament in Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Harlem. I really get busy, Yak. Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. I used to get busy one time, y'all. I still got a little good game in a shot, but I'm scared to really get into it. Matter of fact, the only way I can describe this, Yak, is I'm not saying this because I'm talking about myself. The reason why I don't play ball, like I shoot around with my cousins and them every now and then down here playing 21, because down here they play 21. They don't play Utah.
Yeah,
what I tell them,
play 21.
I get so motherfucking aggressive when I play ball and the ferocity in my heart to win. I'm going to win. And I play ball, my nigga. You hear me? And I might make a move forgetting about my injury to my ankle and my knee.
He crossed the street.
And fuck myself up. I'm not doing that shit. I just popped my motherfucking ankle a couple of weekends ago, and I was as miserable as an old woman without peanut butter, man.
Dice, my old wrestling coach, man. I still talk to him, Quintroy Red, man. I love this brother, man. He
The truth lady says she know me from somewhere too. If it's Brooklyn, yo, let me tell you something, man. Anytime you're welcome when we drop the link, sister, you're more than welcome. Inshallah. I would love for you to come up here and talk more about Islam. I would love for you, matter of fact, to host a Sunday. If you want me, my Instagram is the Big Dice Chronicles. If you have Instagram, I don't have Facebook or nothing like that. I only started Instagram for my page. I've never really been on social media. You can hit me up on my Instagram, and then we can schedule it for you to come up on a Sunday, inshallah, and give us some beautiful blessings on Islam.
Yes, yes.
Because I'm 5% God percent nation, but I am Muslim. I'm a man of peace. But I'm not a perfect Muslim. And hopefully with your help, inshallah, and some more sisters and brothers that you know, we can build a rapport with each other, and you can get me more sharper on my deen, inshallah. And that's a fact. I mean this from my heart. I need that. I really, really need that, man. Because it's times when I just really try.
Yeah, you humble and true with it. You can tell when it's real and it's photoshopped. And I don't feel that with you, man. We got a gentleman named Quintroy Herrera in Harvey, Illinois, man. He raised a bunch of us, Dice. He still, to this day, I still call him, man, because he was a big integral factor in my life. You know what I mean? He was the wrestling coach. And, man, he sent so many of us to college, and we state champions at Iowa State, Nebraska. And I was I only wrestled in the summer because I let school go so early. And he would be so mad at me, but I'm a freestyle, Greco-Roman, and collegiate state champion. If anybody get a chance, look up the Harvey Twisters. You
want to know something, y'all? Y'all want to know my dream? This is really my dream, y'all. I swear to God, this is my dream, and I pray on it so hard. I'm gonna start talking about it now. This is really my dream, y'all. I'm going back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get my degree on sociology, and I want to open up like a recreational spot for the kids. I want to be a basketball coach, but I want the center to be. This is my dream. I want the center to be for academics and for athletes, but I also want a part in that center for prayer, for understanding of each other, and teaching our kids our history that's being quote unquote stole and just disappeared. It's just vanished. It's just vanished. Man, I'm gonna do a show on the Big Dice Chronicles about Abuki. It's Abakiu. I hope I'm saying it right. The king name is Abuki. It's King Abuki II. King Abuki, way before Christopher Columbus. sent 200 ships out for a land looking for the new world. Check this out. Society said they wrote that one ship came back from 200, stipulating that the rest, the 199 ships just disappeared and they were scared. This is what they writ in their literature. This is documented what they said happened to 199 ships, but all these people are dead, so we can't go ask them. But they just found out, archaeologists just found out, just discovered a certain island that was hidden for hundreds and hundreds of years because of bush and forest and wilderness, like down here in the South. And when they excavated this and took down all them trees in that forest, come to find out it's the same civilization and kingdom of King Abuka II that he sent the 200 ships from Africa. The same civilization, the same structure, the same architecture, the same artifacts, the same symbols that were miles and miles across from the sea they just found. So this is what I want to know. What happened to the history and the civilization that created with the 199 ships? Matter of fact, let's say what happened with the civilization that was created with the 200 ships that they just vanished away from our history. I want to know about shit like that, y'all.
Deep, Dice. You deep, bro.
No, see, I want to know about shit like that because that shit is fucking. I get mad over shit like that.
Yeah.
You deep. And it's a shame, man, that brothers like us that maneuver through street situations, we always get labeled as, they think most of us is stupid. And it's a bunch of us, man, that's highly intelligent, man. But we have to do things to survive, man. Had to do things to survive.
I'm going to look that up, sister. She said she would love for us to read Thomas Sowell. I'm going to look that up, sister.
Man, I'm going to look it up, man. I was an avid reader, man. That's what saved, I believe that, man. That's what saved me, man. I always loved to read, Dice. And that, man, even when I had dropped out of school and everything, man, you would see me in the corner, man, just reading whatever.
I told y'all I taught my grandfather how to read. See, this is what my grandfather always told me. He said, you know, everything they're going to try to keep away from you, they're going to put in them pretty books they're giving you, boy. I never forget this because my grandmother used to take paper bags from A&P and make homemade book covers for me.
Mm-hmm.
You dig? So my grandfather used to be like, show me about them funny books you got, boy. My grandfather couldn't read. He signed his name with a F and a long X and a scratch that he just took to be his signature. You dig what I'm saying? I taught my grandfather how to read because of the Sunday papers. So my grandfather died learning how to read. Every Sunday, my grandfather read the comics in the Daily News. I taught my grandfather how to read.
I taught my grandfather how to read and count, Dice. Man, because my grandfather, as a kid, he was a slave in Mississippi, man.
My grandfather was on some Ray Charles shit. I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. That's one thing. He could not, quote unquote, read and comprehend, but when it came to counting that motherfucking money, yak.
We had to teach him how to count, and my grandfather retired. When they moved, they migrated to Chicago, Dolly Madison Donuts, one of the biggest donut brands in Chicago. My grandfather got a job paying pennies, and he wound up retiring there. Took care of all 5 of his kids, bought their home, one home his entire existence in Chicago, where they used to do the dough with their feet, Dice.
Facts.
That's how he started back then, where they in a big ass bowl, mixing it up with their feet. And man, we all the grandkids, we had to teach our grandfather how to count and everything, man. He was strong as an ox. He would get all 15 grandkids, put them on his arms and lift all us over his head, strong as an ox. But man, the conditions he came from, they weren't allowed to read and write. They weren't allowed.
You want to hear something funny?
No?
That's why I miss my family so much. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. My grandfather used to make sure that we came down to the South twice a year. It was either Christmas or Thanksgiving and for the summer. We all get in the cars and come down here. I used to watch my grandfather and his brothers, his uncles, his cousins. They would sit outside right under that car porch and drink and talk about their childhood and manhood and things that men was supposed to do. And then I would see in the same kitchen right here, my grandmother, my aunts, my great aunts, her sisters, they sitting up shelling peas, Yak.
Man.
They making bags of peas, Yak, and then they putting them in a deep freezer, and then they putting a certain amount to the side where they writing the names on them because they taking them to the church to give them out.
Giving them out. My grandmama.
I watched my Uncle Bud D plant tobacco, corn, honeydew melon, watermelon, sweet field peas, tomatoes, okra, corn, and go out there and he would tell us to help him. And I used to get so mad. Why the fuck they got us out here in the goddamn field? And then we would ride around house to house. This is the family I come from, y'all. We would ride around the house to house where he would pull up on people where they wouldn't even remember how to fix themselves something to eat, but they knew how to drink, and we would drop off food.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother, she would go to her house and cook pots and pots of chicken and rice, pots and pots of boiled corn on the cob, pots and pots of cabbage, and take them pots around. And my Uncle Charlie, God bless the dead, in the back of his car, and walk up in people's houses, because back in the days, they didn't have styrofoam plates. They didn't have them containers. They would carry these pots out of people's homes individually and leave helpings and servings of food for everybody in that home down to them babies. See, I come from a bunch of love, y'all.
Chicken and pastry feed a bunch of bellies, man. A bunch of bellies.
I'm telling you, that's why certain shit bother me, man.
Certain stuff bother me, man. That's why, man. My grandfather, he had bought some land up in Indiana, Dice, and he would take, man. It was 14 of us grandkids. Every summer he would get us out there. We hoeing, planting corn. I mean greens, everything. We out there crying like fuck. We didn't understand that he had land for our family. And the
same land we digging them corn off is ours.
Our elders, like my mom and my aunts, them, they didn't have the smarts or the mentality to make their kids keep up with that shit. Cause my granddaddy and it was old, and I still to this day don't know what happened to that land. But we had acres out there, man. I remember this shit. I was a young buck, but all us would be out there and man, sweating bullets. And we would go at the beginning and plant all that shit. At the end, we come and pick it, man. We bracking up, loading up the truck with, man, greens, you name it, man. But the sugar canes, man, everything. And we take it back to Chicago. All the grandkids, nobody took to it. And somewhere along the line, that land just left the family. And it makes no sense, man. We didn't, there's too many people.
One or two things happen, yeah?
Yeah.
Inshallah. The truth lady can tell you what I'm saying. It's either one or two things happen, yeah? Unfortunately, like you said, the family members that was supposed to be responsible and caretaking the land lost the land due to taxes, and the state took it and sold it off. Number one. Mm-hmm. Or like some shit that happened in my family, some grimy ass family members forged paperwork and documentation and sold it under your family's noses.
I could see that, man. I got a couple aunts, man. I got a couple aunts that I don't gravitate to now because, man, I was gone. I had left Chicago, but my grandmother and grandfather, what was left is three sisters. Three sisters inherit what's left from the parents.
Family, yes,
my mom was always a black sheep, and she got excluded. You know what I'm saying? She got excluded, and man, when I came and I found out about, man, because I come from, man, my family is, man, different, man. You know what I mean? I'm a different breed out of my family. I left and changed my conditions. I left and changed my family's conditions. You know what I mean?
That's
and
right.
It's like, man, so it's like my mother and them, they didn't know certain shit. They didn't know that they could. And you have the right to ask about it. You have the right to demand, you know what I mean? And I'm the bold one. But by the time I came, it was already yanked up from under my brother. You know what I mean? Violation, man. You can't be family. You're not family. When you do shit like that, how can you do that to your baby sister? You know what I'm saying? That's the baby sister.
Well, I can tell you some shit, man. I'm going through that yak. I'm going through that yak. I am going through that right now. Let me tell you something. I got family members in my family yak that despise me right now because I had a mother and a grandmother that was very, very intelligent and understood what was going to happen in the future and prepared me for certain things that I had to fight for. And that's why I still have this home.
Yeah. Like, this is like, man, I came from, man, Dice, I be telling people, man, I came from a family of nothing. For real, man. Everything was straight to the elbows. And I was the one that left. And man, made something. You remember when you interviewed me? I told you, man, I knew I could help my mama.
Yo,
It was
yeah, you
just
see
something.
what Ron Book said?
Let me see.
Read the screen. He said, yo, Dice, you ever thought about how buildings was being sold for $1, but we chose to pay that? And never mind, and now open up spot. Yo, you want to hear some funny shit? He is not lying. Back in the days, Yak, there were so many impoverished neighborhoods in Brooklyn, Harlem, Manhattan. They had these auctions where they were selling building complexes that started from 4-unit complexes all the way up to 18-unit complexes, and they were selling them for $1.
Wow.
Check this out, Yak. You can, as long as you was the first one there is the person that gets it. When you buy it for $1, check this out. They're going to give you a list of hundreds and hundreds of other properties that's for sale for $1 because they're trying to do what? Fix up the city, but they just can't take certain things unless it's done legally. Now, check this out. After you buy the property for $1, you can go into the bank. Shout out to my man Quan from Brevoort. If you know, you know. My man Quan, the same dude I was telling y'all about, that got the brother named Dice, that people thought I was him. These niggas bought an 18-unit building on Ralph Avenue, and right now that building is worth $10.5 million, yeah.
Wow. Man.
They bought that building for $1 about maybe 7-8 years ago. After the motherfucking money and everything they cleared, now they got the tenants in there. They passed everything. Everything is profitable going into their pockets. And there's a barbershop and a restaurant in that gentrified neighborhood. That shit is worth 10.5 right now. And that's just on the low end because of the area that it's in. If that building was in Bensonhurst, if that building was in Williamsburg, if that building was in Canarsie, if that building was in places like Coney Island, that building would be 50, 60 million, just like the truth lady said, it'd be probably up to $100 million.
The same way you were saying today, all of us put up a specific amount, man, and just, man, lock up a certain region, man, and man, have our own entity, man.
With no assistance from nobody else with us. We ain't asked, we ain't coming with no hands out right now. We're demanding our golden opportunity as human beings and citizens and taxpayers that we're well deserved.
And protect our land, man. Not let that Black Wall Street shit happen, and protect our land, man, and protect our communities and protect our man. It can be done. It can be done, but too many are afraid to stand up for what the fuck you can do, man.
They scared of the responsibility. They diminish the dream within their head, and they tell themselves it ain't gonna never work. They kill a dream before it's even put into motherfucking existence.
Yeah. And so many
you
people.
know what? Look what the truth lady said. Please, truth lady, let me know because I'm going live every day. Let me know. We're not gonna do it on this channel because this is the Back Block Chronicle. We're gonna do it on Sunday. She said she got some plans. She said maybe Sunday she'll come on and present her idea. And inshallah, you are more than welcome. I will. Matter of fact, I am praying for it right now. Right now, I'm talking to God right now.
I will be here, sister.
I'm talking to God right now because I'm asking you this. I'm humbly begging you to do this for us. We need you. This is what we be needing. I've been asking. I've been needing thinkers. I'm not talking about whether, I don't care if you're fat, you're skinny, you're tall, you're black, you're Muslim, you're Christian, you're Buddhist, you're Catholic. I'm talking about some righteous, good people that's thinkers. Before any religion that some people may choose to follow, they have a desire in their heart for a greater and a higher power, and they have some good. The good that they have is manipulated severely, but in the presence of an overwhelming crowd of sincerity and purity, we can heal each other from everything that we've been bamboozled about, y'all.
Hey, Dice, I got to talk to my little bro real fast, man. I'm going to tap back in. Man,
Get me in.
I appreciate you, bro, man. It's all love, man.
Salute.
Everybody in the chat, man, all love. Everybody be
Peace.
safe. Talk to you in a minute.
All right. That's a fact. That's all we got to do, y'all. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do, y'all. See what the truth lady said? She said, I'm ready to work with righteous folk. That's a fact. Oh, I've been watching your page on YouTube, sister. I looked at the day when you was sitting at the table with the sisters and y'all was smiling, having a good time talking. Looked like y'all was having some type of dinner or something like that. Beautiful, beautiful setting. Beautiful setting. Beautiful setting. Sisters sitting around each other, appreciating each other with beautiful, genuine smiles. That's just beautiful. People like that doing things like that. Like it's like I think about, like, unfortunately, the day the brother Malcolm X was killed. Such a beautiful event. Such a beautiful event. And this man told his closest friends, his family and friends, I know I'm about to die. I don't know if y'all really did the history on Malcolm X. He didn't prophesize that he was going to die the day of the speech. Dick Gregory told him, Malcolm, don't do the speech. This is why Dick Gregory was one of the only black activists that weren't there. Do the history on this, y'all. I'm real sharp with it. Dick Gregory said, Malcolm, don't go. Dick Gregory said, Malcolm X responded, brother, why aren't you coming to see me speak? I want you there. I'll be proud if you appear. He said, Malcolm, I'm not going. And then he asked Dick Gregory again, why you keep saying that? He said, Malcolm, I don't know if it's going to be that day, but them crackers is on you and they going to kill you, Malcolm. And he said, I do not want to be physically there to see my friend die. And he said that was the last conversation he had with Malcolm X. That was the last conversation he had with Malcolm X. What was so powerful about Malcolm X is he was ready to go. He was so comfortable and so in love with righteousness and Allah, he was ready to go. See, his faith was so strong in Allah, he wasn't worried about his daughters. He wasn't worried about Betty Shabazz. Because just like his father protected him, he knew his father would protect them. He was doing this for all of us, y'all. He was trying to tell us how important we are as people, individuals, how we have been ostracized and categorized, disrespected, disregarded, and discontinued for so many years. He was just telling us, yo, it's time for y'all to see how beautiful y'all are. They threw his message and totally misconstrued it. They made it seem like Malcolm X was just racist man that hated white people. If you really understood, we did book reports on this man. Malcolm X didn't hate white people. Malcolm X hated that we were the product of a society that seemed, as to this day, is controlled by the majority of white people, or controlled by the majority of black people with white intentions and hearts and selfishness. So it'll never be going back out to the communities and reaching out and teaching and uplifting each other. It'll always be making sure they stay where they at. And let's make sure we stay where we at, because we ain't supposed to be mixing and mingling with them niggas anyway. Malcolm X knew what was going on. Before Malcolm X was killed, he went and had a conversation with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Like I tell people every day, I feel as though, respectfully, in my opinion, that's where he was wrong. He was not supposed to go question Elijah Muhammad. If he would have decided to make a decision within his heart to stop following Elijah Muhammad, if he'd have made a decision within his heart to walk righteously with the path that Allah bestowed upon him, that's something totally different. But when he decided to confrontate God himself, see, Elijah Muhammad is God himself, one of the purest forms of God that we will ever even hear about. Blessings to the people that got to speak to him and touch him, but he was still not a perfect man. He was just a man. He was the prophet. He was the Messiah. He was the one that was chosen to gather up all of the intelligent sheep. And like they tell us to keep our mouth quiet, he went to other Muslim brothers and sisters and expressed the pain and the disappointment that he had in Elijah Muhammad. And that's where I feel as though, in my opinion, Malcolm X made a mistake. I think if Malcolm X would have just decided to branch off and go and give the masses the truth as he overstood it in his analogy, maybe his fate would have still been the same way. Maybe he'd still been killed. Maybe he'd have been shunned off. Maybe he would have been ostracized to be or deemed to be psychiatric, mentally insane. But he'd have still got his message across. But the reason why he had to die, inshallah, because if he would have still continued to live, getting across his message and talking his message and helping people and getting people off drugs, like she said, and stopping people from doing certain things, it wouldn't have been so as impactful as it was when he was killed. It's just like John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy grew up a stud. He grew up fly. He grew up with women just throwing themselves to him. But then he became a president. And he became, like they said back in the days, the people's president. That's just like me on YouTube. Artist Morrison said something very, very serious to some of the people that lost their pages on YouTube. He said, unfortunately, y'all did not read the YouTube guidelines. Y'all are thinking that people are striking y'all, and y'all are thinking that people are making verbal or what? Complaints on your channels due to certain things that you have made and said. No, that's a law piercing your spirit, because the things that you're saying are so evil, it's fucking with the good inside of you that you know you should not be saying certain things to people. And then YouTube has a crew of people that they're paying just to analyze and watch everything that's being said and broadcasted on these channels. They're very, very meticulous. Very, very meticulous when it comes to certain things. These are why some are losing their channels. Not because of the hate they think that people are giving back to them for all of the hate that they distribute and transmit every day. You can't be upset for that. You mean to tell me you can't be upset for someone getting tired of you saying their name repeatedly and expressing to a broadcast company that y'all are all in compliance and agreements with, that they are slandering your name. You can't get mad at that. These are more signs of mental illness if you're getting mad at that. We're in a new day today, y'all. God is so close to this world, I think He's here. I think God is somewhere right here. It might be in one of these chats. It might be in one of these emails. It might be right behind one of these avatars. God is here, y'all. God is so close to us, I feel it. And I've been feeling it for years, but the feeling I got now is more intense. The feeling I got now, y'all, is more intense. Before I get out of here, I'm going to say this to the content creators. Just take this into perspective. Take this into perspective. What if the congressman or the board of directors at YouTube one day decide that anything derogatory, anything threatening, anything harassing, anything belittling, anything hurtful, anything damaging to someone's personality, feelings, morale, character, or stature is judged when y'all drop some of these videos, and then they eliminate all the content that you have dropped with these categories, and then they tell you, yo, we want y'all to give us some good content on the world, current events, things that's going on in your home, examples, good and bad. What a bunch of you niggas gonna do then? Peace.
He's very talented. So I think that we should combine with him. Garfia will help us shine.
Federal drug night, drag race limo lands through red lights. Mad faces become slash faces pulling gas stations. Money clips filled with Franklins, money green Wally stinking. Crackheads washing my windows, I'm rolling Indo. Plus rolling Indo, it never endo. Bitches in the ride playing Nintendo. Internet inside the headrest. I used to be possessed by stress, now I'm in the text. While you still frontin' with Intertext, getting bent off your whiz welfare check. Petty burglar, confetti herbia, you ain't a player, use a car thief. Yellow teeth, shit, breath, paper chasing. In this race, niggas like you will get left. Facing death, your last breath was on a project step. Half step, niggas sleep, I never slept. Shit is deep, quiet is kept. Niggas speak, trying to test. My click thick like lining in your vest. Peep the Wild West, style I finesse. Mad laws like to profess, I don't fess. Mad guards like the tribe of Koresh. You can't do me wrong. God write rhymes in cuneiform. Why you blind niggas mistake the sun for the moon? 500,000, shine like star, blow like arms, so controller of the universe. Arm, leg, arm, head. Bomb your progress, I progress on a conquest. Who want test Elliot Ness? I blow spots like David Koresh. My young thugs rock flavors of guts and bust big guns. Calico spitting out of black hoopers with V12 engines. P.O.L.O. suit, new Air Jordans, ice rain change. Much loot, never caught in the truth. Trapped in the square, atmosphere, pretty thug in your club. If you shit whack, we pull the plug. If you act fed, we crack the style bottles over your head. Whip your ass like you spoke to the feds. You wet though, Petro, Heckle and Jekyll, my tech blow. Gun clap, niggas feet tap like step shows. I flex low, in the expo, on the phone with Esco. Firm lounge with a cess bro. Burn towns down, AZ collect dough. Round the world espresso, $500,000 gold cup, fresh glow. Bitches go nuts when we roll up. We don't front, we rolled up. We pulling off, bitches screaming out, please hold up. These roll up, trees blown up. We got warrants for all the MCs blown up. Cop sergeants hard as hard and Jake's ease on up. Partners while we get these G's on up. It's the gardeners that makes us marvelous. To break us is harder cuz some iller shit done started up. $500,000 dicks hard enough to keep your bitch click charged up. She lick dick to the guard bus. Player bitches big cards up. Stunts fuck on conference, Versace pumps. She know Foxy, nature count the Cuban Rocky. Shooting by me in the Flavy with two mommies. Thumping Mary, you remind me. Then my man behind me in the Fabi. Drive beside me, told my thumb pardon me. Peace God, how will I be?
You know, that's enough. Enough said. Greed, lust, hate, and envy will destroy us. Half a meal will be a speak. Enough said.